the development of an offensive lineman, like in college, right? Like you look at a guy like Olu that we have. You mentioned him before we got on here. You know, he's a phenomenal player. Like, how much better do you think Olu is going to get when he starts getting that in-depth coaching that I'm not saying you don't get in college, but I think it's a little bit further and few and far in between.
Yeah.
When it comes to the type of in-depth development that the offensive lineman can really make once he gets to the NFL, and that's his only focus.
Yeah. The biggest transition from high school to college was the sheer size. The sheer size of the competition you're going to be going against, how big the D lineman is going to be, how big you have to be as an O-lineman. We discussed prior to getting on this call, or right in the beginning of the call, I was 270 pounds when I got to college, and I was 300 pounds within a couple months. So that was the thing going from high school to college. And when you go from college to the NFL, you just refine your technique or get taught different technique of whatever you wind up going. And it's more in college and past pro, there wasn't a whole lot of mental gymnastics. They made it real easy for the O-line. They made it real easy in terms of protection, slide protection. Quarterback could flip the protection if he feels, Nichols capped on the other side of the field. He can flip the pro, or you can just turn into a full slide. That's what college protection was. That's all it was. When you get to the league, we are in for instance, us in Buffalo, we're in like the New England system. And so there's a lot of moving parts within our protection. At least there was in the old regimen. Simplified a little bit more, but it's so much more intricate than college. And so when you have that transition from college to the pros, I think that's the biggest step, is that mental step. Understanding.
Are you paying too much for health insurance? Too busy to read long, complicated policies? Well, guess what? Here at The Pocket, we got a solution for you. Mahdi Health. Patrick Mahdi, former Letterman. He's doing a fantastic job in this industry. He leverages years of expertise to build a customized health insurance policy for you and your needs. Individual plans, family plans. Patrick ensures you get the best protection for your health and budget. Mahdi Health, one broker, endless solutions. Now offering up to $500 cash bonus for every customer referral. So quit overpaying for your health insurance. Visit MahdiHealth.com to schedule a free consultation with Patrick himself.
What defenses want to do, what defensive front sevens want to do in terms of, hey, third down, you're going to get some sort of twist game. How the defensive linemen, they play their gap. You get a more of an understanding that, and I really didn't I didn't really fully grasp what I'm talking about right now until about my second or third year in the league. When I started to understand, all defenses don't play the same.
Yeah.
Some are button press, some are penetrating defense, some are straight two gap, where I'm going to stand right here, I'm going to grab two guys, and you're going to have to move me. Yeah. And then all the linebackers make the plays. And so it's that next step up mentally is just understanding the way defenses do things, and that's helped me tremendously. And again, Aaron Cromer has done he was a big part of how I view defense and how I play football today, because it's changed my game. You win half the battle before you even start the war. You know what I mean? So I think that's the biggest transition when you go from college to the NFL. And then, of course, technique's everything. But you're not going to get much bigger going from college to the NFL. High school was all, gain weight, get strong, get strong, get strong. It's more refining your talents when you get to that next level.
Yeah, tying the concepts to the technique.
Yes.
And then when you start adding like advanced algebra in there, when you're talking double sorts and three for four and two backside big up, like when you start adding all that stuff in there, it's like, that's when you start seeing steam come out of guys' ears, or guys pick it up like you, and kind of how you're wired. It makes sense that transition's happening, because like
game within the game.
You get lost in it, and that's awesome.
It's very easy to get lost in it.
Yeah,
it's easy to overthink and try to, it's very easy to overcomplicate things.